and welcome to another edition of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And in this edition, we're going to take a look at the cover-up and shenanigans going on behind the scenes at Lady Margaret Hall, an Oxford college. It was founded in 1878, opened its doors in 1879, and has counted amongst its alumni over the years people like Nigella Lawson and Malala Yousafzai. It also had J.R.R. Tolkien teaching there for a while. It's a well-established university, or well-established college in the university, and with a lot of highly respected people that have come out, from its doors over the years. But currently, it's not looking so well for the college. Things have happened, and this is again with a women's rights issue. It's once more an establishment organisation removing rights, freedoms, making threatening behaviour towards women who dare to make a complaint of a very serious nature. And the college doesn't like it, and so the college is shutting this woman down. And for a college of such renown to do this, I think is appalling. But why is nobody questioning it? So I'm going to put myself down in the corner with very little ado, and we'll just go straight into this story. Well, the headline says it all, really, doesn't it? Oxford College, Lady Margaret Hall, imposed gagging order on woman who claimed she was raped. Lady Margaret Hall is said to have warned the woman she would be expelled if she told the press about the alleged attack or the college's safeguarding policies. The non-disclosure agreement was imposed when the former Guardian editor, Alan Rusbridger, was principal of the college at Oxford between 2015 and 2021. Mr. Rusbridger said measures were taken to protect and support the woman. Professor Christine Gerard, who is the college's new principal, has settled the claim this week and agreed to pay damages and meet the woman's legal costs. So she claims she was raped, and the college has said, if you tell anyone about this, you'll be expelled, you'll not get your degree, everything you've paid for basically will be wasted. So, hey, keep your mouth shut and we'll let you have a degree. Now, he also said he didn't want her to explain the college's safeguarding policies. So presumably they were a bit crap, because if they were any good, he'd be proud of them. But he didn't want that out. But let's go into this story. An Oxford college imposed a blanket gagging order on a student who alleged she was violently raped by another undergraduate, it was reported last night. Lady Margaret Hall is said to have warned the woman she would be expelled if she told the press about the alleged attack or of the college's safeguarding policies. The woman told The Times that her alleged attacker, with whom she was in a relationship, entered her room while she was asleep and raped her. The man, who strongly denied the allegation, has never been charged with any offence, is said to have explained away scratches on his face and neck from being from rough sex. The non-disclosure agreement was imposed when former Guardian editor Alan Rusbridger was principal of Lady Margaret Hall from 2015 to 2021, the paper reported. Now, the Guardian is the most left-wing paper you can get there. I mean, it's so up its own arse on left-wingness. You'd think that as Guardian editor, he would be all pro-women's rights, pro-believe the woman, because they had this big push. And yet the first thing he says is, keep your mouth shut. Do nothing. Say nothing. Because I don't want it to look bad on me. Screw your rights. Screw your legal rights to do anything. I don't want this to make me look bad. And there is a picture here of Mr. Rusbridger. And he looks the sort of soy, oleaginous little pipsqueak. It's like Harry Potter's grown up, only without the charm and personality. And he's imposed this on a woman and threatened her that if she says anything, she loses her degree. He's a horrible little man, isn't he? Anyway, she said Mr. Rusbridger, who stepped down last year, had tried desperately to convince her not to complain. Yeah, I know you've been raped, but hey, don't say anything and I'll give you a degree. Otherwise, it makes me look bad. Tosser. He denied there was a gagging order and said the college had responded to the woman's complaint with an 18-page legal document which firmly disputed, denied, or rebutted virtually all of the claims. You can dispute them and you can deny them or you can rebut them, but it doesn't mean they didn't happen. Mr. Rushbridger said extensive measures were taken to protect and support the woman, but hasn't said what they are, probably because very little has actually been done. But Professor Christine Gerard, the college's new principal, settled the claim this week and agreed to pay damages and meet the woman's legal costs. So by settling, it's an admission that something went wrong. And that odious little toad tried to cover it up. Lady Margaret Hall did not admit liability, but it said it would become the first Oxford college to sign a government-backed pledge for universities to not use gagging orders against students. So it's actually taken a government initiative to stop universities from gagging students who dare to complain. Who do these people think they are? They've got your money and they hold your very future in their hands, and they're going to destroy you if you open your mouth, say the wrong thing, think the wrong thing. There needs to be laws against them, and you need to stop people like Rushbridger ever getting his hands on any kind of authority, because you can see the mess he makes of it. The nasty, odious little toad did that to a woman. Professor Gerard said there was scope for improvement. No shit, Sherlock. In the handling of sexual assault allegations. Proposals include a review of welfare services. The alleged attacker was briefly suspended from the university, but returned in September, it was reported. That month, the Crown Prosecution Service dropped the case and the college imposed gagging clauses on the pair. An internal inquiry began the following January and took 7 months to conclude. It could not be sure the rape occurred. Whether the rape occurred or not is beside the point. Putting a gagging order on someone with the threat of expulsion and loss of degree, that's the point. They should not be linked. The investigation was not aware the alleged attacker had previously been reported to college authorities by a different student for barging into her bedroom and behaving in a sexually threatening manner. The woman said, "I've lost count of the members of staff who've tried to silence, scare, threaten and undermine me." So it's not just one man now, it's the entire staff are doing it, but under his leadership. And ultimately, power resides at the top. A university spokesman said, Oxford does not use non-disclosure agreements to prevent students reporting sexual misconduct. Apparently it does. So a university spokesman lied. Anyway, I shall come up and finish this. It was only a quick video, but I just thought it needed raising. Yeah, so as you see, there's another institution that's trying to cancel women, to impose controls on women, putting gagging orders on them because they don't like what women have to say. What gives these organisations that right? Why are we letting it happen? It's because there's no controls. These people have got power. They will misuse that power. There's no comeback. There's no way of threatening the authority. You can't go to them and say, look, you do that and you're out of a job, because that's not how this works. This works by them saying, I'm in charge, screw you. There needs to be controls. There needs to be a way of frightening these people into behaving like human beings. And I'm afraid at the moment, there isn't. Perhaps legislation needs to be put in place. But even so, now whether the rape happened or not, we'll never know. A case has been dropped. But that isn't the point of this. The point is the college using those threats and that intimidation on this woman. And that needs addressing. Now, of course, she's been given compensation and it's been told that they'll never use a gagging order again. Be interesting to see if they do. But anyway, we'll call it quits there. I will just say that if you like what you see and hear on these videos, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring the bell for notifications of future output. Leave a like, leave a comment, and until next time, stay safe, stay well, and goodbye.